Let it go and let it flow. I know I ain't got no hair, but I can pick it out with the best of them. Why? Because we about to check out the real March Madness. Where? The NBA March Madness.
Let me see it.
Van Horn, a three. Oh! Van Horn buries it from long range, and we are tied. Miller has to get it in. He does. Corner jump. Murray. He hits.
Why are you sweating? I told you about the NBA. You tried to holler all this college noise. I told you. Now you're sitting here sweating the NBA. Don't try to jump on the bandwagon now. That's what's up. I told you. Stop sweating. Chill.
Other hand for Los Angeles, sizzling 21 points, 7 rebounds, and only 20.
Oh, the lob thrown by Duncan right on target for Robinson, and the Spurs now lead by 2.
If they can work that play, that makes them unbeatable because you have to guard Duncan. You then have to react to David Robinson at the rim.
O'Neal with the drop step. It looked like it got a piece of the left cheek of Robinson.
But Tony Parker was there for the double team and then left. When you're there and you're scrapping and distracting Shaq, don't give that up if you're center.
You let him go all the way through.
Duncan able to keep it alive. So smooth. Tim Duncan now with 8 points, and the Spurs with a 44-42 advantage.
Not only smooth, but smart. The ability, like Kevin McHale, never bring that ball down. Just keep it up above the head.
Shaq not able to hit. He is now 3 of 9 from the field. Duncan met on a switch by Fox. Parker is loose for 3. Hit 2 earlier.
Might have come a little bit quicker than Popovich wanted, and Popovich always has to spend a little extra time after the huddle talking to the rookie Tony Parker. So if they have one more timeout, he'll get one more earful.
Foul is called as Shaq made his move. He felt the pressure from David Robinson. That's 2 on Robinson.
Yeah, the high-low combination between the two, the creativity of Tim Duncan, his ability to see this play for a guy who came to basketball so very, very late. Truly remarkable for young Tim Duncan.
Well, I guess, you know, if you are a great swimmer, then you can just cross over.
Yeah. That's a tough cross.
Robinson has gotten a couple of fouls when he's allowed Shaq to get that great deep post position. Can't get the call. Shaq misses the second free throw.
Well, Shaq now 3 of 4 from the foul line. 44-43. San Antonio, as this first half winds down.
I would take Robinson out right now, not letting him his third.
Oh, nice pass. Parker for Smith. And again, the Lakers are beaten backdoor.
Well, in order to help David Robinson, you got to climb all over the ball. If you let the passer find Shaq, you're going to get anybody guarding him with fouls.
Fox try the fadeaway.
Fox is looking at the official and saying, "Did you see that guy push me? That's my job."
2 for 1 time, San Antonio. Go quickly.
Duncan's pass intercepted by Fox. Here comes Fisher. Horry is open. Yes. Robert Horry bringing the Lakers within, 8 points for Horry. A half minute to go in this first half. And confusion on that pass. Smith throwing in the direction of Robinson, but Robinson thought it was intended for Bowen in the corner.
Remember, this is a team that's still learning. All the new players here. Steve Smith's a new player. Tony Parker's a new player. Mark Bryant, Bruce Bowen.
Hey, what point in the season is it? That newness wears off, Jack. You got to come out and make a play. This is a new team. You'll be saying that in the playoffs.
Bryant on the floor for the first time, providing a rest for Robinson here in these final seconds of the half. Horry for 3. Way off the mark. And a foul is called on the Lakers. It's on Kobe Bryant looking to get to that missed shot, called for the push. And the Lakers are over the limit. Timeout is called. A 20-second timeout taken by San Antonio.
Well, Bruce Bowen has been trying to get a call the entire game, and you'll see him immediately point, look, this guy's been pushing me, elbowing me, giving me pork chops all over the place. Finally, he gets a break, and the Spurs have a chance to close.
Miami. In fact, San Antonio is 4th NBA team. He signed with the Spurs as a free agent.
Bowen has gone from a guy that nobody wanted to a guy that everybody would like to have on their team. And one of the reasons is he's improved his game, but his strength has always been his ability to defend. And you see the record with Bowen and without, and San Antonio really hurt when he got hurt.
He's got the tape on his right middle finger. He's got a broken finger there, but this is a terrific acquisition here and trying to put more pieces on the puzzle to try to upset the Lakers and slow down Kobe Bryant.
Spurs by 3, 5.5 seconds remaining of the half. Fisher digging for the front court. Fisher looking for the shot. Did he get the foul call? No! Offensive foul!
They stay in the Eastern Conference playoff race, just a game and a half behind Indiana. Jordan misses his jumper, gets the ball back here and misses the follow. Jordan missed his first 7 shots from the field.
There's nothing worse than missing 2 shots and 1 trip down.
Wizards rally late. Courtney Alexander hits a baseline jumper to tie the game at 84. Steve Nash then took over. This 3 broke the tie, 99-96. The Mavericks never looked back.
San Antonio by 3 with a minute gone by in the third. Bryant, yes. Kobe Bryant has had a sensational game. He now has 23.
He has been the guy that has, either kept them close or put them on the lead. It's a 1-point game, and San Antonio has not got this guy involved enough. Tim Duncan needs to get busy offensively.
Fisher over to help, and a foul is called. And it looked like Duncan took a poke in the eye.
Lakers establishing themselves. How we're going to play, style and identity, a la Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Wilt Chamberlain. Even though they took the pictures down on the building next door, those guys' presences still remain in effect here. But Duncan, I think, is as good a player in today's game at throwing the arms in to the defender. And when the defender gets overcommitted, Duncan just magnificent at getting to the free throw line.
And Duncan now 4 for 4 at the line. He has 10 points. Spurs up by 3. Oh, good play by Smith, getting a hand on the ball, but Fox recovers. Fox with Walker and O'Neal up front. Pass intended for Samaki Walker.
deal, David Robinson, so they've got some active hands as well.
Samaki Walker in his 2 years with the Spurs spent a lot of time in practice facing that turnaround bank jump by Tim Duncan.
There is absolutely no defense. A philosophy of how to score. Fake one way, come back the other, get in the air.
Bryant off the screen. And Parker has the rebound. Parker and Smith in the backcourt. Robinson, Duncan, and Bowen up front for the Spurs.
You know, when they're going well, Duncan will touch the ball every time down, and they've come into him the last 3 times.
And now Tim Duncan beginning to heat up. 14 points for Duncan. And the Spurs have matched their biggest lead of the game, up by 7. Fox getting the step and then hit from behind by Smith.
Lakers really need to get a lot more out of Rick Fox. A donut there in the first half, but Tim Duncan is just taking control, establishing himself with a phenomenal repertoire of offensive moves. Baseline jump hook, little touch there with the high extension. A thing of beauty to watch him at work.
Who do you like better, Duncan or Shaq?
I like them both.
Oh, that's no answer.
Talking about MVP vote?
Yeah.
Well,
And Shaquille O'Neal shows the running hook. So Shaq with 13.
I think it will depend on who wins the regular season. I think this game means a lot on many different fronts, including the standings, MVP.
Duncan going glass. Tough to make a judgment on Shaquille because he has Kobe with him. There's no other team that has that kind of tandem. The big man and the shooting guard.
What's also working against Tim Duncan is the collapse in the playoff last year of San Antonio.
Here's Smith wide open, not able to hit from downtown.
This is a new season. We can't hold that against them last year.
We do not live in a vacuum. People have memories.
Steve, stop trying to use logical reasoning. Samaki Walker with his second field goal. He has 5. And the Spurs now lead 56-53.
San Antonio's got to figure out a way to get Robinson going and Steve Smith.
David Robinson.
He doesn't get many shots. You know, he's getting about 8 or 9 shots a game, so he's got to make everything that he gets.
3 for 5 to this point for Robinson. Spurs up by 5 points. Isolate Bryant, and Bowen. Duncan came over, and Bowen able to grab the rebound.
What footwork, what a pivot by Kobe Bryant to get that shot off.
They're letting Duncan go one-on-one, and that's not good news for Samaki Walker.
And the help came late. Tim Duncan is having his way here in the third quarter. He now has 16 points in all, 8 of the 16 in the third. It was last Wednesday in Portland where Duncan had the terrific first half against the Blazers. He had 24 points, and Sean Kemp did a nice job along with Ruben Patterson. They slowed him down. Foul is called on Robinson.
In that game, Tim Duncan had 20 of the Spurs' first 31 points before they were able to get Sean Kemp in to slow him down. But Duncan is just putting on an incredible show this afternoon.
Fox. Walker able to retrieve it. They get the new 24. 5 minutes gone by in the third. And the Lakers trail by 7. Fisher lost control.
If you're going to beat the Lakers, you have to keep the secondary players out of the game, and San Antonio's done a good job of keeping Fisher, Ori, Fox from striking them.
What a move by Parker, using the pick, going to the crossover. He now has 18 points.
Finger to Bruce Bowen, and you had the disc problem to Danny Ferry, which put incredible pressure on the rest of the guys, and they just couldn't carry the load.
And over that 13-game win streak, they beat Dallas, they beat Boston, they beat these Lakers at home by 18, leading by as many as 34. Shaquille O'Neal coming over. And that's his third block of the day.
Well, you know, when they played the Lakers here the first time, they were in a similar position. And the Lakers came back and nipped them. 94-91 was the final. And the numbers were just about the same. So San Antonio trying to learn something from that game.
reach-in foul on the Lakers on Horry.
Technical foul.
And a technical. Horry picks up his third. Well, Rick Fox apparently had something to say about that last foul.
Might have a bigger lead if they hadn't turned the ball over so much in the first half. San Antonio, 8 turnovers, 10 points, and Kobe took advantage of each one of those.
Fisher finding Horry on a pick and roll. Nicely done by the Lakers, who move within 6.
San Antonio is tentative defensively. David Robinson playing with 3 fouls. They've got Duncan matched up with Shaq, and really David Robinson has just taken every defensive possession off at this point.
Duncan feeling for Horry and able to beat him with a nice finger roll. Thought he was fouled.
If you can score on Robert Horry like that, you've got game.
And this call away from the ball. It's on Robinson. That is number 4.
Remember the playoff last year, Game 2, when San Antonio was trying to recover from the shellacking that they took in Game 1. Robinson picked up a very careless foul there and took him out of the rest of the series.
Oh, that's why you're in Hollywood. You know, you can take a flop like that and get an Oscar for it. Come on.
Malik Rose has come on for David Robinson. O'Neal, yes. And suddenly the Lakers are showing signs. Duncan picks up the foul. That is his third.
Shaquille O'Neal, the relentless attack of the hoop. As Greg Popovich said at the half, there's no answers to this guy. I think the Spurs have to come quicker on the double team. Don't let him get his rhythm. Don't let him get his momentum to the hoop.
Jack hitting the free throws. 4 for 5 from the line. He now has 16. San Antonio a moment ago leading by as many as 10. Now lead by 5.
Well, they're going to stay with Duncan. Now, this is a good matchup right here because Duncan can really deal on Shaq. And let's see how Shaq moves his feet.
Duncan with the roll. Beautiful move by Tim Duncan. Rolling to his right. Extends to the 7-point lead. Shaq gets inside. Put it down.
That's when you miss David Robinson. You get Shaq to make a tough miss, and Horry comes flying in from the weak side to put the cap on it.
San Antonio has to think what they're doing defensively. Malik Rose has to own that defensive board on every Shaq miss.
Spurs 67, the Lakers 62. Here's Fox for 3. Fox pops it down for Grant. To stop Bryant, but Kobe kept coming.
Lakers have come alive because of their great defense. They're forcing San Antonio into some extremely difficult shots that aren't going down. They're getting out in transition. Why the Lakers are the 2-time defending champions.
No, not at this time. I'm not running for mayor. I think what happened is the people want me to run. And it's been funny, Jim, because I've already received a lot of checks. So people out there, I'm not running, so stop sending checks right now.
Now, you'll talk more about this, I understand, with Matt Lauer later in the week on the Today Show about becoming the mayor of Los Angeles, should you decide. Let's talk a little bit about basketball. Shaquille O'Neal and his health. Are you concerned as we go into the playoffs about his big toe and general health?
Well, no, I think that he understands that it's going to be hurting him, and he has to just play through the pain. I think what we're concerned with is years after this. Will it be a chronic problem? But I think that he'll be able to handle himself in the playoffs.
Malik Rose on the basket as the Spurs lead by 4. The Western Division. How do you analyze it? There are so many teams bunched up together. You got the Spurs, Sacramento, Dallas, and of course the Lakers. Portland as well.
This will probably be the greatest playoff in the history of the NBA in the West. No question about it. I've been, you know, involved, over 20 years. I've never seen so many great teams. This team today, San Antonio, is amazing. They're playing great. You look at Minnesota, you look at Sacramento, who is you know, right now feeling really good about themselves. And Portland and Dallas is unbelievable, all the mismatches that they cause and matchup problems that you have with Dallas. So I think 1 through 8, even Seattle and Utah are going to give you problems. So it's going to be some playoff. And I think you're going to see a lot of series go 5-game and 7-game series. You're not going to see those 4-0 or 4-1 series like we saw last season.
You just spoke in general. Be specific. Who do you think are the top 3 teams in the West?
Oh, man. The top 3 teams, it have to be ourselves, the Lakers, San Antonio, and Sacramento. That's who I rate them. I think those are the top 3 teams.
All right, Magic, we appreciate your time. We look forward to the interview on the Today Show.
Is Snapper still talking over there, or Bill boxing him out over there? What's going on over there?
It's kind of equal time. Kind of something you'll learn about if you try and run.
Well, Snapper never you know, he always hogged the mic. He's talking too much. Let Bill do the talking.
I don't know what game you're watching. That's usually not what happens with us. Marv, we're going to let you talk from here.
All right, well, Jim, my question is, with Magic receiving all those contributions, is Magic returning those checks?
Let me ask you, Magic, Marv says with all those contributions, are you returning those checks or are you building a war chest, just in case?
I'm building a war chest. Just in case I do it, I'm going to keep the checks and then send them back later if I don't do it. How about that?
All right, he's a true politician. He's got it figured out already, Marv.
We'll accept that. Kobe Bryant just picked up his 3rd foul. 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. 2-point San Antonio lead. Malik Rose fires it out. Bruce Bowen for 3. And Robert Horry is on it. Lakers have come back from a 10-point deficit. They are within 2. O'Neal spinning his way on Duncan. And rebounded by Rose. Now the Spurs on the run. Then Parker slows it down.
Bruce Bowen has got to be able to knock down that standstill shot. We're not asking him to be Larry Bird out there, but when he's standing with his feet planted, it has to go.
Shot clock down to 5. Duncan drawing the double. Down to 2. Here's Parker for 3. Oh, rebounded by Orr.
Game situation that dictates the ability of players like Bowen, like Perry, like Parker to make some of those big threes. And the game is tight now.
Fisher. Oh, a series of fakes, but could not score.
Somebody's got to keep Robert Horry off the boards.
Duncan. Unusual shot, though, for Duncan is a foul.
Looks like it's going to be on shot.
Yes, O'Neal riding Parker to the floor. Tony Parker listed at 6'2", 180, which is a very favorable listing. Look out.
In golf.
Yes.
That is a foul.
And Tony looking dazed as he heads to the foul line.
Well, Shaq now has 3, so he'll sit down.
Post position, and that's what creates problems for the opponent. So when San Antonio is able to keep him from getting out of position almost at point-blank range, you got a chance to do something with the help defense.
But Phil Jackson has also come here with Lindsey Hunter, who was starting until recently, and now he's literally disappeared.
Well, he thinks he's back in Milwaukee. You know, remember last year at the end of the season, he couldn't make a shot. He can't make a shot right now.
The shot from downtown to break the Lakers within 1. If Derek Fisher was not pleased when Phil Jackson originally made that change, Lindsey Hunter in the starting lineup, and then Derek working his way back, and now it is Hunter coming off the bench, seeing sporadic action. Tim Duncan getting inside, so he has 22. The Spurs up by 3 as we approach 1 minute to go in the 3rd.
You know, in this final minute, they got to try to wear that Walker-Duncan matchup out when they get the ball back at the other end.
Fox showing some signs. Was not able to locate shots early. He's hit his last 2. And the Spurs lead by 1.
San Antonio can still go 2 for 1 here. Go attack quickly, you'll get the last one back. Or he's got 15 points on 6 for 9 shooting.
Monty Walker back on Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan with 24 points on 10 of 19 shooting.
The variety of moves that we've seen from Duncan. The fade away that time.
Bryant is fouled by Bowen.
So let me say it for you, Bill. 16 points in the quarter for Tim Duncan. How do you like me now? He is handling all of the offensive responsibility as you see him reach in and still get that shot away.
I've always liked Tim Duncan and felt that he got the shaft when they gave Karl Malone Karl's second MVP. Because Tim Duncan, I thought, was the league's MVP that year.
Well, they won our hearts in Salt Lake. Now Olympic gold medalists Jamie Soleil and David Pelletier perform on their home ice in a very special primetime skating spectacular. It's Shared Gold Skating Champions return to the ice. That'll be Monday night at 8/7 Central on NBC. Just under a half minute remaining in this third quarter. San Antonio with a 1-point lead. Tim Duncan in this third quarter, 7 of 9 for 16 points. Lindsey Hunter called for the foul. Both clubs have been over the limit for some time. So once again, San Antonio to the line.
Let's see if they find him, get him the ball, and close the quarter with a hoop. Bowen right in it.
Down to 5 seconds. Here's George for 3. After 3 here in Los Angeles. The Spurs with a 77-74 lead.
Just 1 year ago where the Lakers made that commitment. They lost to the Knicks on April Fool's Day, and then bam, just all the way to the championship. No slowing them down. Time for Kobe and the Lakers to make their move.
Kobe lost the handle. Recover those as fourth quarter gets underway. Here's Shaw for 3. Well, Tim Duncan is back. Duncan, Ferry, and Rose up front. Bowen and Daniels now in the backcourt. Rose played by Ori. And deflected out by Shaw, and last touch by Bowen.
That's a tough call. That looked like it was touched by the Lakers, but Ori has had a fabulous game. 15 points, 6 boards, 4 assists, shooting 6 for 9, Robert Ori.
Well, if San Antonio's going to point to one area that cost them this ball game, it's going to be turnovers and unforced turnovers. They've not made the best decisions without a lot of pressure on them.
Shot clock down to 7. Bryant off the pump fake. 3-point lead. Ferry for 3. Yes.
Now that's what Ferry can do. Just catch it in rhythm and let it go. And Phil Jackson says, you know, I don't like to call timeouts, but there's something I see that I don't.
Win one here on the Lakers home court. Good luck from Ori, but George rejected it. He was there to put it down. And a technical foul being called by the official, Monty McCutcheon. No clear indication as to who is...
Devin George, I think.
Apparently it is Devin George on the tee.
The ball gets blown. Devin George is barking at the referee. And
Yes.
that is not good. And then Robert Ori went right over and got in Devin George's face. He is still there, Ori, at midcourt, saying, what are you in this game? Don't you want to win the championship, Devin George?
Well, you know, if San Antonio can split the season series, tiebreakers become a big story as we work our way for both of these teams in the playoffs.
Spurs now lead 81-76 with a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Blake Rose on the floor with David Robinson sitting up on the floor. Beautiful give and go, and Rose takes the pass from Duncan.
And Malik Rose is matched up head-to-head with Shaq, and the only way he can get it back is on the offensive end. Dump it into Duncan and then get to the hoop.
Assist number 6 for Duncan.
You're not going to keep Shaq from getting in position with Rose.
Oh, Shaq trying to dive that shot. They collapse on O'Neal, and a foul is called.
The only way that Rose has a chance is you have got to climb all over Shaq. And Shaq is going to try to catch that one, throw it down, but hits the back iron.
That was foul number 4 on Rose. Here comes the double. And as O'Neal makes his move, it's an offensive foul. Rose taking the hit from Shaquille O'Neal, who collects number 4.
What a heart. Malik Rose just went, oh, now that is an offensive foul. He's already playing with some tape on his face there.
How about a chin? Forget the heart. You can take a shot like that.
And right now, Malik is talking to Shaq, saying, what is going on here?
Try to come back and run the same play with some movement, because Shaq is going to switch off on Duncan.
And a foul being applauded by the Spurs. Looks like Robert Horry. It is on Horry. That's number 4.
It's getting very testy out there, Marv. Everyone upset with each and every call. Horry, a lot of the Lakers holding and grabbing on the strong back cuts by San Antonio.
You know, that's what gets the Lakers in trouble. Ball movement, player movement. You stand against them, it's tough to get scores. And San Antonio moving right now and going through Duncan.
They clear it out for Duncan. Tim Duncan with 26 points.
Big second half for Duncan, 18 and a half, and so he has kept the heat on the Lakers defense.
Spurs 85 and the Lakers 76. 3 minutes gone by in the 4th. Malik Rose at 6'7", going up against Shaquille O'Neal. Shaw lost it, recovered by Horry with the shot clock running down. Not able to hit. Shaq with another opportunity, and he's upset. Going at Ferry, throwing his elbow. And are we seeing visions of Shaquille O'Neal and Brad Miller?
Well, I don't think it's that, but I mean, he wanted to dunk that ball real bad, and they would not let him. There was no grabbing him around the head.
35.
Shaq very frustrated. And let's see how the officials play it.
They're going to call a technical foul.
A technical on Shaq for swinging his arm in the direction of several members of the Spurs. Curry hits the tee. Special primetime skating spectacular. That'll be tomorrow night at 8/7 Central, right here on NBC. Robert Horry able to knock it down, and the Spurs with an 86-79 lead now with 8:40 to go. In the 4th quarter, we were talking with Phil Jackson prior to the game last Sunday in Sacramento, which was pulled out in a sensational game at Arco, about the fact, is this a statement game? And he said, well, that game is more important for Sacramento, not wanting to give any edge at all. But this appears to be a statement game for San Antonio here on the Lakers' home court. You know how much they want this one, coming off the devastation in the playoffs last season.
Well, for Jackson as well, he's standing up, and rarely does he stand up and walk around. So, you know, he is a little bit nervous about what his team's position is right now.
But the problem is that now for San Antonio, Malik Rose has picked up his 5th foul. That brings David Robinson back, which is always good news when you can get Robinson onto the court. Malik Rose did his job. Played with heart, passion, and commitment, put his body in harm's way.
Well, David has been sitting for a long time now, so he's got to really oil up in a short period of time, and they're coming to Shaq.
And Robinson playing with so O'Neal goes right at him.
But the rhythm that Shaq is in right now, you can't wait for him to start his move. You can't wait for him to put it on the ground. You got to come early and take it out of his hands, and don't let Robert Horry or Kobe get it. Make Devin George and Brian Shaw beat you.
You got to stay with Duncan. Nice pass.
Oh, nicely done. And Bowen puts it away on the reverse.
With the left hand. John Stockton-esque.
7 assists for Tim Duncan. And the Spurs lead by 7. Bryant coming up short after beating Bowen along the baseline.
Kobe has not been nearly as sensational here in the second half as he was early. Duncan has really controlled things against the Lakers.
If you're San Antonio, just be determined to run the floor every single possession. You're going to have to outwork Los Angeles down the stretch to win this one.
Horry for 3. Horry with 21, as we have seen so often down the stretch. Horry hitting clutch shots. It cuts it to a 4-point San Antonio lead.
The decision by Popovich to go with Antonio Daniels instead of the rookie Tony Parker here has been big.
They not going to hold up. I mean, Parker's going to be back out on the floor. They're giving him a breather. Duncan
working his way in. And Devin George on the loose ball. The shot clock was running down. Duncan had to take the shot. Now Tony Parker getting set to check back in. Ori off the head fake. Gives it up to George. George played by Ferry. Ori for three. This time he's in. And Bowen is on. Oh. And a technical foul. Oh.
He raised his arm and thinking about thwarting somebody off, and Steve Gabby says, you know, you were thinking about throwing an elbow, and in this game, it's a technical.
Well, the officiating crew not taking any chances, trying to keep things calm before it gets out of hand, and Bruce Bowen is hit with the technical.
Oh, this hurts because it's pretty cheap. He gets the ball and see, he raises that arm, which is, I get these all the time from Bill.
The entire crew. The Lakers are within three. The rookie point guard, Tony Parker, has played so well. Back on the floor, they try to trap him. Duncan, Robinson, and Ferry are up front. Parker and Bowen in the backcourt. Shot clock to three. Parker pushed into a bad shot.
The Laker defense is so tough when they want to be.
Bryant posting on Bowen. Rebounded by George. Trying to save it. And down. I think Tim Duncan was protecting the groin area.
Always a wise choice.
It will be late.
Bowen the same way. Now they have to adjust.
And we have seen 4 technicals called now in the second half. 1 on San Antonio, 3 on the Lakers. And a traveling violation is called.
Dial a pivot foot, Shaq, please. He kept spinning around, and finally the outside referee called it.
You know, and what was good about Javi's explanation, he got both the coach and the captain to understand exactly why.
Technicals on Fox, George, and O'Neal for the Lakers. 1 on Bowen. And a holding foul. And things are being called very tightly in the second half. That's 4 on Bryant. 4 apiece on Kobe and Shaq.
The problem for San Antonio, Duncan has missed his last 2 shots down low. They've just rimmed off. We saw last week, you got to play great coming down the stretch if you're going to beat the Lakers. You can't just back in it. These shots have got to fall.
Well, they try to get it to Bowen. And on the turnover, Bryant finds Orange for 3.
Lakers are caught short-handed. Fox is out of the play. San Antonio can't capitalize, though.
Well, Smith is fouled. He thought he was fouled.
Well, the San Antonio Spurs are in a turnover stretch. They need to go right back to Duncan and then cut and let Duncan go to the hoop.
Kobe Bryant quiet in the second half. 28 points thus far. And he draws the foul. Edith is 29 in the second half, and now Bryant will go to the line.
Well, the burden of proof is on the official anytime they come inside. Kobe came with a lot of authority against the shot blocking of David Robinson. Robinson challenges, thinks he gets a piece, but acrobatic Kobe is able to turn his body.
And that's number 5 on Robinson. So foul trouble, 5 on Robinson, 5 on Rose. For the Lakers, 5 apiece. No, just 5 on Shaq and 4 on Bryant and 4 on Ori. 88-86, San Antonio by 2. Let's check in with Jim Gray.
Thanks, Marvel. Before the game, we spoke to Kobe Bryant, and we asked him, what about Shaq fouling out? Will he take over the game? Has he, in fact, become the new Mr. Clutch, following in the footsteps of his protege, Jerry West? He said, yeah, if Shaq fouls out, he feels very comfortable. He likes the challenge. He thrives on it. He wants to take over. He doesn't feel he's going to miss a shot when his team needs him. So let's watch Kobe right here. This is the point of the game. You said he's been quiet here in the second half. This is the point where he will assert himself and take over. Mark?
All right, Jim. Rick Fox has just picked up his 4th. Lakers have trailed by as many as 10. They were down 86-76. It's now a 1-point San Antonio lead. Now Tony Parker will sit down, and Antonio Daniels is back.
Now, he didn't like it. He did not want to come out of the ball game.
Duncan trying to shake off Orley. Rebounded by Smith. Steve Smith getting inside, extends to a 3-point lead.
Duncan came to a complete stop and then tried to execute the shot that he just faked, took himself completely out of rhythm, no momentum.
O'Neal playing with 5, Robinson with 5. First, got to be very careful of O'Neal thought he was fouled. 10 rebounds.
Now watch Shaq come into him this time with the previous possession, come underneath as David Robinson lets him go. But watch the positions. This position is too deep, and David doesn't have much of a chance, and then they're saying, that contact?
But the argument that the Spurs will make is that, well, look, what are you supposed to do if Shaq just backs his way in ever closer to the hoop?
O'Neal now 7 of 8 from the line. Shaq shooting just 53% from the line this season, but has done an exceptional job here today. 23 points in all. Our Lakers are within 1 with 3.5 remaining in the fourth. Rose playing with the 5 fouls. Duncan now guarded by O'Neal.
He should go quick at Shaq. Shaq's going to have trouble moving his feet.
Shot clock to 5. Daniels rebounded by Rose. And Rose able to hit. What a play by Malik Rose. So the Spurs now lead 92-89.
Huge effort by Rose to catch and spin.
Bryant. Oh, shot not expecting the pass.
And physical, this is a prelude to it.
But every single bit of contact here has been initiation by the Los Angeles Lakers. And since the Spurs had that 10-point lead at 86-76 with 8:54 to go in the fourth, the momentum has switched, and the response by San Antonio has been soft and reactive as opposed to saying, hey, take some of this. And Duncan has got to try to attack Shaq and get him out of this ballgame with his 6th foul.
Smith for 3. Steve Smith from downtown. That's his 2nd of the day as he works his way back after sitting out 5 games with that sprained right ankle. Big bucket. Spurs up by 6 points with 2:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Here's Fisher looking to answer. Fisher from downtown. So San Antonio with a 95-92 lead as we come up on 2 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Dangerous pass thrown by Daniels, recovered though by Rose. Smith for 3 again. Rebounded by Bowen, and he lost it. Knocked out of bounds by Bowen. It will be Laker ball.
If San Antonio loses his ball game, it will be because of self-inflicted decisions, as Bowen cannot control that one, and he's the last guy to push it out.
Almost time for a jump ball on that call. Very, very close.
Now the refs have been so decisive, and now you want almost.
Nice pass from O'Neal. Orley is fouled. Remaining in the fourth quarter. O'Neal is playing with the 5 fouls. Duncan looking to go right at him. Has to give it up. Shot clock to 5. Duncan over Orley, coming up short, and O'Neal with the rebound.
The Laker defense is just too tough. The ability to close out. They don't have to gamble. They don't have to double team. Shaquille doing an outstanding job shutting down Tim Duncan.
Duncan is helping him because he's a little bit tentative. All he has to do is make that first move across the middle.
Bryant. Orley gives it up. O'Neal will not count. Offensive foul. It is on Horry. That is number 5.
When Horry came through the lane, the pass, he was thinking lob, but the zip pass down the lane caught Horry completely off guard. He had to lay it off to Shaq. His momentum carried him right through. He's up in the air for the lob, and then he just pushes Tim Duncan out of the way. Easy play to call.
San Antonio with a 1-point lead. Again, Duncan working on O'Neal. Down to 40 seconds in the fourth. Duncan not able to hit. And Bryant with the rebound. Kobe puts the move on Bowman, taking to the rim, and came up short on the reverse. 30 seconds remaining in the fourth. San Antonio with the ball and a 1-point lead. Fourth quarter, 23 seconds remaining in the fourth. Both clubs are over the limit. There's an 8-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Duncan again. Fisher is fouled. He's shaken up. He landed on his hip. If it's Malik Rose, it's number 6. It is. He has fouled out. And Derek Fisher with 15 and 9/10 seconds remaining in the fourth will go to the line. He's an 85% shooter.
Things have fallen apart for San Antonio. But where is the competitive response? As the intensity has come alive, the crowd surging toward the court. The Spurs weakly throwing up shots, not getting to the free throw line, not initiating contact. And now Malik Rose joins David Robinson. Both of them fouled out. Where does Greg Popovich go?
Well, he's going to go to Mark Bryant. They got 15-9 and one little bit of size in the game. And, you know, they've got the play that they wanted. Duncan can make that shot, and they got him a free look that time. It just didn't cash.
Malik Rose with a solid performance, 8 points, 7 rebounds in 18 minutes. Fisher at the line for the first time. The game is tied at 95. Tim Duncan only 1 of 8 in the fourth. Kobe Bryant 0 for 4 in the fourth. 15 and 9/10 seconds to go. Have taken the lead for the first time since back in the second quarter when they led by 4. San Antonio takes a timeout, so the Spurs will have 1 timeout remaining. We'll be back after these messages and a word from your local station. This 1-point lead. Antonio Daniels just did get it inbound. Bowen down to 10. Duncan, played by O'Neal, has 5 fouls. Here's Duncan again. Spurs are looking for a foul. They did not get the foul. Shaquille O'Neal coming up huge at the defensive end against Tim Duncan. That last drive by Fox did not count for the final score. The Lakers 96, the Spurs 95. Shaquille O'Neal with his 5th block of the game. And the Lakers feeling very good about themselves about this come-from-behind victory.
We've seen it so many times here. The Lakers surging towards greatness once again. 2 years ago in the conference finals against Portland, the big lead that the Blazers had, they couldn't hold it. Duncan couldn't get it down against the overpowering presence of Shaq's defense with another block shot, and he's running off the court before they can put more time up there.
So the Lakers on consecutive Sundays in so-called statement games in Sacramento last Sunday and today here at home against San Antonio come away with 1-point victories. They go to 52-21. They're a game and a half behind Sacramento, while the Spurs now 49-24, and they, after winning 13 straight, have now lost 3 in a row.